everyone.
Good
What's
evening, good
up?
afternoon, good morning.
Exactly. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. And if I don't see you again, have a wonderful week. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's from what's it called? What's that movie called? Almighty Bruce Almighty or something?
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. Or Truman. That's from Truman.
Never
Have you
seen it.
you never seen Truman?
No.
That was a good show. Hi everybody. How's everyone doing? Look, I'm gonna stand up, but I got my strawberry shortcake shirt on with a
Aw,
makeup thing in the middle. But there you go. I have my
so
retro shirt
cute.
on. Not that you need to see my boobs, but we'll go anyway. So, anywho, how's everyone doing? Let's go through the list and say hi real quick. Mutt nuts in the house. First one here. Hey, Jennifer and Rachel, Miss Palmy, and of course Christopher. Like, oh my God, totally. Christopher's here. Like, oh wow.
I'm two places at once. Ooh, Twilight Zone.
Ooh, flashback. No, no, no. Back to the future. Let's go. Hey, Allison City, how are you? And if anyone's in the background, hello, hello. We are going to have a special guest on today, and the special guest will hopefully be prepared to show me how to do something because I can never keep it stuck in.
That's what she
And
said.
I'm not going to go through and tell you what I cannot keep stuck in because it keeps popping out. But we're going to keep it clean and move on from there because I see her face in the background.
Let me call the doctor for you. I think you need some help.
But just a heads up, my face is breaking out right now, so I don't have anything on it. So I don't want anybody to worry, but everything's okay. But anyway, so I'm going to bring her on in a few moments and she's going to show us. I'm going to show you what I got from her because I forgot to do it in my unboxing. So I'm going to save it in my next one. But I just wanted to thank everybody for participating in the retro event. We had, I think, 29 people for week one, all
Excellent.
posting. So that is awesome. And I love all of the stuff that you guys are doing. And I love when all the colors are popping through. That's what I love. I love to see all the colors, but all the retro stuff is just,
Yes.
oh, it reminds me, you go back and you remember a lot of stuff when you grow up.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you guys for participating. And I want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring. So, yay, thank you.
This is what, see, we actually haven't talked very much because Stacy's been doing her thing. I've been doing my thing. But are we supposed to be doing a giveaway tonight?
Tomorrow. They have up until midnight tonight because tonight is the last day of the week.
And that's for the start picture?
That's for the week one, all the
Are
way
you
through.
sure? Because the week one you just put up like 2 days ago, didn't you?
Yeah, but they can still put it in and update.
All
There's
right.
been posts in there. So if you haven't already, go in there and you can update.
Okay.
We'll see how many more are coming in.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I was a little bit late, but we'll finagle it. I'll message people if I don't see your week one posts in there. We'll figure something out. It's not a big deal. Like I said, Hot Mess Express. Yeah. So anyway,
awesome, Nut. That's great.
I'm everywhere.
Maritza, hello, my dear.
Hold on, I gotta do it. And I hope Maritza's okay if I do it. Maritza. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring on our special guest because it is Palentine also, and we kind of want our friends on and hang out with, and both Christopher and Jenny. Well, now you know who it is. Christopher and Jenny both always do these retro things, and especially with Golden Girls. So let's go ahead and bring her on.
Yeah,
I already let that cat out the door.
She's got to come on quickly because she has been like cursing at Stacy in the background. She acts all nice, but oh my God, I could see hear what she's been saying. Oh yes, I'm stunned. You think there's a trucker here?
Wow.
She's like, I've been here for 6 minutes and you haven't beep, 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 beep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Shocking.
All I see is I'm coming in a sec. There you go. That's all I saw. Oh, she was mouthing it. Okay.
Yes.
I was apparently mouthing it. Chris has turned me into I'm just a
mouther.
cussing machine.
There you go. Hi, Broadway. You know the bird is the word, right? That's all you had to do.
I don't know. I just know that when I came here, you were talking about things, trying to put things in, and they're popping out, and I'm like,
so
Your things is popping out.
I'll tell you why. Because okay, I'm used to the normal size, but now I got a bigger size, and it. Why did you drink? Why did you drink right at that moment? So here's what we're talking about for all of those that don't know. Come on, Jenny. Normal size, bigger size. We're talking about her dots. Her
get your minds out of the gutters.
Exactly.
I know.
That's crazy. But that was a good intro, wasn't it? I thought I handled that very well.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
I was waiting for Jenny to spill out her water because she just started singing.
I need to pull down my computer because
it's too high.
So I can look like I'm with like the same size as you all. Well, not way down here.
I like your new setup though. Are you in a different setup now, or did you just move?
No, I'm back in my cloffice.
In your cloffice?
Yeah, I'm back in my cloffice.
I like your glasses too.
Before we go to the glue dots, we have to settle something first. First, it's a great gift to us that you're present. What's the word? You're gifting us with your presence here. You're taking some time off from your crime shows and from abandoning your diamond painting community, people. I mean, she's on that thing for 8 hours. I mean, I'm shocked.
Yeah. But I knew that going into it.
Yeah. But I want your opinion because I don't watch it. I'm sorry. It's just, not my thing.
Yeah.
But with that trial thing that just happened, which I think you covered with that lady with whose son, you were covering that, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Mixed emotions.
My feelings exactly.
Your what?
My feelings exactly.
Yeah,
I think there needs to be consequence because she was obvious. Well, her and the husband were obviously bad parents, and that poor kid didn't get any help or anything. But listen, you don't send a parent to jail for manslaughter. That is just nuts. They didn't do it. They should have went for like neglect or child endangerment or something. But
that was pretty hardcore. And you got people all over the country that are literally on one side of the fence or the other. And I get it.
Yes.
4 young kids were,
not here
anymore. And several other injured, and that's the main thing, it's just a tough situation. But
I don't mean to bring anybody's mood down. It's just I wanted to get Jenny's perspective because I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, so that's my perspective. My perspective is totally mixed feelings on it all the way around. So,
all right.
Yeah, it's hard because you hold the parents responsible for the kids' actions, but at what point do you hold the kids responsible for their own actions, especially on something that crazy, that detrimental? So,
back to glue dots.
Well, wait, going back to that, not that it has anything to do with it, but we had a lot of shootings and gang violence with kids back in the day. Like that was a big thing. I remember working in the Valley and they had to we were in curfew and everything because of all the gang violence. And, it's sad. Now it's changed. You see the same thing happening, but in a different aspect of what's going on. So it's just, Anyway,
it's not fun. It's not a good time, but
yeah. Okay. Well, we'll leave that for another time to talk. Right? Get on happier times and
happy things.
So, Miss Glue Dots, Miss, she has cover minders too. I got a travel one. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I got that one for Ticket to Ride, also because I love traveling. So, and then I got my glue dots. So I have a really hard time because the glue dots keep popping out of my little one. So and I use metal.
That kind or the other kind?
No, I have metal single placers, the everlasting ones. I get them to stay in there, but they're just kind of hard because they're squishy. So, squishy bounce, they bounce back, and so it's not an act of them not fitting or not sticking, but they just bounce they cushion themselves back out. And so I have to keep pushing them in. So how much harder are these ones, or how much easier are these ones to put in?
For a multi-placer or a single placer?
For multi.
I've got a tutorial video on
I know.
them. I don't know if you used, but see, the thing is with I don't remember if in that video if I did show these or not, this kind. I don't remember.
I just got mine from Dak, so I knew you had some, so I hope you can.
Yeah, I've got some here that I can show you how to do them.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I've got like a little spec here that's got a couple on it, I mean, it's kind of hard doing it from this angle, but
that's true.
I do just kind of like roll it off the plastic with tweezers. I have to have tweezers, period. But I kind of like pluck at it and get it till it's like in a little snaky snake.
Okay.
Like that.
And then you just shove it in.
And then I pull it off there and I roll it between my fingers just to flatten it a little bit more. It's spongy though, so it kind of wants to get into its shape. But then I just take it and stick it in there. And then the thing is with these, like it's, and I have to use tweezers to try to keep it
inside. And use tweezers and finger.
They're rounded tweezers.
Yeah, these are rounded. They're not the pointy ones, but I don't know if it would matter.
Okay. Well, the pointy ones I would think would just go right through it too.
Yeah, maybe. But these from Dak are so skinny. There's not a lot of like depth to that, and like the other metal not tweezers,
they go very deep.
Multi-placers that we have are much deeper. But you just do that, and then like this is I think the 6 or 7 placer, so it's going to take a couple of these blue dots.
So the 4 should just take at least one of them.
Yeah, I would think so. Maybe one and a bit more. It just depends, but and then I put the other one in like on the other side. There's like you can see there's some in there, but then I need a little bit more on the other side. So I'll just put it in there. But then what I do is with this actual multi-placer, this one from DAC, I prefer to have, instead of taking the excess off, I'll leave a lot of it on, because whenever this is such a thin area that when you try to use like scissors to like, it just pulls it right back out. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Because it wants to stick to the scissors. But I love these multi-placers and I like the glue dots. But I'm going to be honest with you. The ones that my glue dots work the best in are the plastic ones. Period. And they last longer in the plastic ones too. I don't know why, but they do. I think it's because the
plastic's
ones,
more porous and it has a place to grab onto it, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that the plastic is just more flexible than the metal ones are.
That's why I love the plastic multi-placer.
Yeah. So, but either way you go, I mean, I love the metal ones, and I'm kind of funny. I like the metal ones for square drills and the plastic for round.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, I just do. But I mean, I've had these glue dots in this one for
a long time.
I've worked through probably 2 paintings.
Wow.
And I'm on with just one fill, and I'm on Ice Princess right now, and I'm 3/4 of the way finished with it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they last forever in the plastic. Just an FYI.
So after they're inside of the multi-placer, do you like have to maybe try to dirty it a little bit, or to keep it from pulling out?
Yeah,
You know?
I've never had issues with them pulling out of the plastic. But the metal ones, sometimes they can. I think it's just because the thing is that my snap dots have fragrance oil in them. And oil is
with the metal,
slicky. They're slippy, it's oil. So other people who have scented products too, like putties or hard waxes, they're a different kind of material. My glue dots are more rubbery and you know what I mean? So it's just different. But I found that there's people who either love them or hate them. It just depends on the person. But
it just
I
depends.
like them a lot.
Yeah. And there's so many things out there that we all, like you said, and we all have our own preferences. Like one person will swear on this and the other person will say, no, it's the worst thing ever. Try this, Like for me, I use the glue dots in my single placer, and I only use the good heart wax in the multi-placer. And it has to be the heart wax. It has to be the good one. It has to be soft and thick. If it's see-through, if it's too thin, it's very temperamental. It has to be the good wax.
You're talking about the heart wax that comes with the kits, or a different?
Yes.
Okay.
I like the heart wax
sometimes. I've gone back to those sometimes if I'm just too lazy to put them in. But I find the putty and stuff kind of sticks to things just like regular wax does. So I like the snaps because I've never had them stick. Like they do not stick to any of the drills, period. And I love that. So
one thing that I always hear from people about my glue dots in general are that they're super sticky, but they're not as sticky as real regular glue dots that we were all accustomed to. But those won't let go, and mine will.
That's what I mean.
They still last a really long time. Like everybody always talks about how long they last. And I will say they work really good with sparklers, but they don't work well with ABs at all.
Good to know.
No, I mean, I don't like I'll use pink wax all day long on ABs before I'll touch it with my glue dots because I just end up having to yank the glue dot out and put new ones in after I've used them with ABs. So.
Yes.
Oh, wow. ABs are really rough on a lot of things. Like your drill, your multi-placers, your single placers. I can't do a lot with them, but well, cool. Well, you guys, guess what? Jenny is doing a weekly giveaway with us this week. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much. She's doing all the weeklies and then I think a grand prize as well. But yeah, so
I can't remember what the amounts were. We'd have to go back and look at the messages because I really can't remember.
$8,000. Isn't that amazing?
But she's got the snap. She's got all of her cover minders, scented cover minders. I think I have one up here as well. I don't know. Yeah, I do have one of the scented. So these are the scented cover minders. If you can see it, I don't know. My camera might not focus, but it has like scents inside of it. She'll put little flavored scents. I love them because I got that like 2 years ago. I think I got it 2 years ago or last year, and it still smells really good. So I always have it by me. But anyway, so yeah, check out her shop. You go live on Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, right? Yeah, which is really late for me, but
yeah, I know.
I try and pop in every so often, but I kind of start zoning out about that time. So
yeah. Honestly, I get tired too because now it's Dale's back to first shift. So now that he's back to first shift, we're all like, I get up at 5:30 in the morning and then I do shop work stuff before like 9 or 10 in the morning. And then that's when I start trial stuff on the other channel. But yeah.
Wow. So yeah, check out her shop. She does, if she's got stuff going out, she usually announces it on Thursdays during her live at the end of it. So definitely check it out. But thank you. And going into the retro stuff, because I know you and Christopher, I don't know how much I would know, but are Golden Girls gurus. Correct?
True.
Chris is way better at it than I am.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
it's true.
He is. He really is.
I used
I
to
think
watch
we had a Golden Girl trivia off one night
Yeah.
live, and he beat the pants off me. So yeah.
If it makes you feel better, though, I seen something on Facebook today. It was really cute. I should have reposted it. I'll see if I can find it again. And it's one of those like wheels of characters, and it has what character are you in your birth year? So it has like let's say 1980, then 1987, 1999. You know, and you're this certain character. So my year's 1982. And I was looking at this character, and it was called Kicker. And I was like, who is this? And it's a picture of this old lady, and it said Kicker. I'm like, I don't get it. And I was looking in the comments, and I still don't get it. Until finally somebody said, it was the lady who kicked the casket at the funeral.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
That's
Yeah.
her. And I kind of felt like, I missed one. But I'm like, why would you pick her? There's so many other characters to put on that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, they didn't even put Rita Claxton up there. That's a classic.
Right, I know.
There you go.
My God.
Anyway, you were saying, what about Golden Girls?
I was just commenting on how that was a very common show for a lot of people back in the day, and there's a lot of people that watch it. I have a bad memory. My dad used to watch it like crazy. And I didn't get into it right away though. Like, it took a while to get into it. I'm like, who are these crazy people? Because he was also into MASH, and what did he watch? He watched MASH, and oh my God, A-Team. Stacy, A-Team's on. A-Team's on. Let's go watch A-Team. Dun, 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 dun. And I was like,
I loved A-Team.
Are you serious? Like, okay. And he used to watch Knight Rider, and I'm like, okay. I'm just like.
By the way, Christopher, did you know that there is a new Night Court?
Yes.
Have you watched it?
I watched some of the first season.
What did you think?
It wasn't horrible, but I didn't love it.
I loved it. But when Dan came on, I cried.
Who?
What's his face?
Oh, Dan.
Dan.
I thought you said Dean. I was like, who's Dean?
I thought you said
Dan. When Dan came on, I was like, oh.
Yes. I actually love what they did with his character. How he was all, lone and grumpy and cut off. And they forced him back into the court and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and if you make it to the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2, there's another character, an original character that comes back.
Wow.
Just saying. So
now you guys are gonna make me go watch it. I have another show.
I loved it. I loved it. The music was the same. The courtroom is the same. Harry. Neighbors are the same.
Isn't it his daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I Dream of Jeannie, and I used to try and watch Hogan's Heroes. I don't know if I ever got into that, but I heard of it, and I think I would come across it when like I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched was all done. I think Gilligan's Island, and then it would go to like Hogan's Heroes and those older ones that would come on. I think it was on Saturdays or the weekends. We would constantly watch those all the time.
I always liked Bewitched.
Yeah.
When Nick at Night was a big thing back in the 90s, I used to love when all those black and white, like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore and all those shows came on. I love Lucy, and I love those.
Yep. But what do you guys, have you guys been enjoying the retro? Like, are there things that are flashing back with you guys as well? I went through a whole history of just shows and stuff, and Christopher's been putting out his songs. Oh my God. Yes. Christopher's been putting out his songs. I just did a whip and chat, but one of them was this Donna Summer song. And not that the song got to me, but it just reminded me of the toys that I would have growing up. We had a Diana Ross Barbie doll. So we had the Diana Ross Barbie doll. I think it was from Barbie. And then we had Steve Austin with all his bionic parts and the laboratory room that you'd lay him down and you could replace all his parts. So we had that. And then we had Jamie Summers. I don't think we ever had Wonder Woman, but then we also had Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, yes.
You had a Stretch Armstrong or knew about that?
I knew about it. My nephew had one, and Dale talked about having one when he was little, and yeah.
You guys know what a Stretch Armstrong is? It's this blonde dude. I don't know if he was a wrestler or not, but it's a blonde dude in these little wrestling pants, and you basically just stretch him. You can't see me, but you just stretch him apart, and like I don't get it, but whatever. It was fun.
It was all like rubbery and
soft and
squishy and
it's
stuff.
Kind of like those things that you throw on the wall nowadays, but it didn't stick to anything. So
right.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that when he started putting up those posts. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened to my Diana Ross doll? Yeah, my Cher. I had a Cher doll too.
Somebody had recently shared one of those like memes that's got all the different scents of like strawberry shortcake from the 80s, you know, and how that, God, I remember how they smelled and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we had Jackie when she was a baby. We got her first baby doll, and it just smelled of vanilla. And I held on. I think we still have it. It still smells 10 years later like vanilla. I'm like, I don't know how they do that, but it just brings back memories when you have things like that. So, but anyway, I'm not sure what else to know. I didn't like I'm prepared for anything, but
when I was young, I just remember two things I used to have stuff of. I used to have a lot of Simpsons stuff.
A lot of what?
Simpsons.
Oh,
cartoon. And also Alf.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh God, yes.
I had these hand puppets. I had like 4 of them, and they were little Alf puppets. And he had like I just remember one of them, and he had a chef's apron on and the little chef's hat, and it was really cute.
I loved Alf. Oh my God,
that was crazy. We used to watch Married with Children, the stupidest show ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to watch Married. I don't know how much I liked it. I just was like, and then to hear her on different shows now too is kind of cool because you see the difference on like, oh wow, she can really do it.
Wait, do you mean Peg the mom or Christina Applegate?
Both of them. I mean, mostly Peg the mom because you see her in different roles now.
Yeah, and she's actually like normal and not like ow.
Yes, definitely.
I love that show too. And of course, it got really bad later on, but it was fun. And Christina Applegate. Oh my God, one of my favorite movies from the 90s. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
We watched that last year, didn't we?
I think we did.
Yes, because I was like, yes, Rose, yes, Rose.
Yes, I used to drive. I drove my mom crazy without. I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm right on top because I told you that when I was working with Rose, that's what I would say to her.
Right on top of that, Rose.
Exactly. I'll get right on there.
What was the I could talk retro TV, 80s TV. I could talk all day long about that. What was the and I always forget it, but do you remember the TV show about the family who they had a robot daughter?
Small Wonder.
Oh, Small Wonder.
Small Wonder.
Vicky.
Small Wonder.
And I love the neighbor with the redhead neighbor, the nosy neighbor.
Oh my God, yes.
I love that show. It was actually on not too long ago, on a few years ago, on reruns.
Really?
I watched it, yes.
Now she's the nosy neighbor has done a lot of other stuff too. Hi Melanie, Robert and Kayleen. Welcome.
Another one that came out, I would love to watch over because I really don't remember a lot of it, was Rags to Riches.
That's the singing one, right? Where they used to sing in that one, did they? The little kids were singing.
I don't think so. This was this.
What's her name from Martin? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What I was gonna say is the guy was rich, and he like adopted or fostered some like young teenage girls. And there was a handful of them. That's really all I remember about it, but it was like really good. Maybe if I sent let me look it up and send Christopher. He might know it when he sees it.
Well, I know the girl that was in Rags to Riches. She went on to be Martin's girlfriend in Martin, and she's got and I think she was also in Little Shop of Horrors. She was one of the backup singers in Little Shop of Horrors. I forget her name. I'm gonna look it up, but I forgot her name. Hold on.
Yeah, you're right. It's got what is her name in it?
Michelle.
Martin.
Yeah,
I forget her name.
Weeks. Yeah, I don't know if it was Michelle Weeks.
She also played as the husband, and one of those Wayans brothers had a TV show that was like on Nick at Night or something.
Tisha Campbell, that's who it was.
Tisha Campbell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get this page to load though. My internet is being super slow.
My sister, because I used to watch Martin, and I think she used to watch it also. She used to go around the house. She goes, "Okay, Sinead." She used to call me Sinead.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
That's one of my nicknames.
Sinead.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. So if you guys haven't watched Martin is just, she's a DJ on the show, like a radio DJ, if I'm not mistaken. And he's just got a big mouth. I'll just say that. But he plays his alternative cousin, who's Sinead.
Mm-hmm.
That was big back then. Just like I loved on Family Matters with Steve Urkel and his cousin Myrtle Urkel.
There we go.
I love Myrtle Urkel.
Urkel. Yeah.
Shanae she'd come in there though with those big long fingernails, and she's like, what?
She's overly doing it, like,
yeah, over the top.
Not that you can,
yeah,
over the top, but it was just funny. Yeah. And I miss the In Living Color and all of those shows back then that were like so fun. Like, you don't have that nowadays.
Yeah.
Of all of those shows I've known from the 80s, I'd never seen that show, that Rags to Riches.
Did you look? I sent you a link to it. You don't remember that at all?
No.
Okay.
I used to watch that all the time.
It was really good. I really liked it. It kind of had like a Give Me a Break feel. Not Give Me a Break.
Different Strokes.
No, the one with all the kids in the school and Charlotte Ray as Mrs. Yeah, you know what we're talking about.
Joe and Blair and Natalie.
Facts of Life.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little Rich from Family Matters
is now head of the class.
Oh, wow. Little Richie from Family Matters is now on Young and Restless. He's Devin. Do you guys ever go back and see like how the actors turn out now from back then? I love those things. I hate all the pages you have to click through, but I love looking at those things.
Oh, yes, I know, right?
Now I'm saying you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have. Sorry.
Allison gave you the synopsis for it. He adopts 5 daughters to live with him at his mansion. He was widowed, businessman, 1987 to 1988.
It was really good.
He should have gotten together with Facts of Life, and then they could have just been the Brady Bunch of Life. The Brady Facts of Bunch of Life.
We'll tell you about something that she brought up, singing in a show. Does anybody here, did you watch Just the 10 of Us?
Mm-mm.
Jamie Luner, who was on Just the 10 of Us, went to my school.
Everybody went to your school.
Sorry.
Hold on, I gotta go look it up. Just the 10 of Us?
Yes.
Just the 10 of Us.
I love that show. I still try to search to see if I could find it anywhere. I loved it. And later on, because it's a husband and wife, and they have like 8 kids. And so the 4 oldest girls, they form a singing group, and they sing at this like pizza place at night. And
okay, I remember that, but barely.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched that one.
I
used to watch Kids Incorporated. KIDS, Kids Incorporated.
Do y'all remember Corky, the TV show? Corky with Corky Thatcher? He was the kid that had and he was also on Life Goes On.
Yeah, I saw Life
That
Goes
was
On.
the
I
TV
missed
show.
that one.
That was
Yes.
the TV show. Life Goes On, I think, was the name of it.
I love that show.
Yeah, my dad used to watch Life Goes On.
That was had a really good message.
Really good. Yeah.
I wish they would bring a lot of that stuff back, you know.
Well, you remember when, like, Facts of Life, whenever
Degrassi.
was it Blair's cousin or Joe's cousin that was deaf?
Jerry.
That came on.
She had cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Jerry Jewel.
But she was deaf too, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought she was deaf. I loved her though. I always loved.
Me too.
She would come on.
I wish they had her on more. She was in some of my favorite episodes too.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to.
And was that Joe's cousin or Blair's?
Blair's.
Okay.
Melanie says, I'm Canadian, so for me, I used to love Degrassi. I think my husband would go watch that on replays.
Yeah, I think all Canadians watch Degrassi.
What is it about?
I've never watched it.
It's a high school thing?
It's like Saved by the Bell, I think.
I think so.
I couldn't get into Saved by the Bell.
It was Party of Five.
It was too familiar, wasn't it?
Do you remember Party of Five?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people broke out from Party of Five. Mm-hmm. That was a good show too.
It's like a whole like 90210 vibe.
Yeah. Wow.
I never got into that much. The whole 90210. I never did. Never could.
No. Really? I used to watch it and be like, okay, is that my school? Is that my school? Do I know these streets they're on? Do I know where they're at?
Was it to your high school?
It wasn't at our high school. It was at West Beverly High. Ours was Beverly High. So it was a different high school.
Talking about cutting hairs.
But I was watching a show. I was watching something and I'm like, oh my God, that school looks familiar. And I can't remember the show. It was something I was watching in rerun or what have you. And I'm like, I had to go look up and see what school it was. And yeah, it was my school. So
my dad, where he went to school, I don't know if he actually went to school here or he lived there, but in our next town over, he grew up in this town, Patterson. And the school there was based, it's not a good thing, but it was based on this movie, Lean on Me. You know Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman? That is where he was from.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That was such a good movie. That's like a good movie. Oh, did you guys hear about Color Purple coming back out? It came out.
It's a musical now, isn't it?
Yes. The Color Purple.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know. I was literally watching this and I was like, I know her. I know that mouth. Yes. I love her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed because I love The Color Purple. That's like probably one of my top 5 favorite movies.
It's a wonderful movie.
Yes.
Or the original. I haven't seen the musical though, because it's a musical.
It looks like it's going to be really good. They're sticking pretty close to the storyline, it looks like.
It just looks
like original.
It's a nice difference. I think they're trying to incorporate a lot of more musicals now into past shows and bringing them back, which I really love.
I have not seen Drop Dead Diva. I said Fred. Yes, I did see Drop Dead Fred as a kid.
I never saw that one.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, Drop Dead Fred. That had
It was gross.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, because Phoebe Cates, she was adult at this point, and she imagines her imaginary friend came back to her, and so he starts doing all this horrible stuff.
Ew.
And if in real life though, so she's the only one getting to see it, but all this horrible stuff happens. The best thing about that movie is she gets a haircut, which is like kind of lopsided, and I thought it was really good.
Hey, wait, is it one of those haircuts where it's up here and then down here?
This part was up here and this part was up here. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I remember those haircuts. Yeah, the flip. I think they call them the flip over haircuts.
Was that the person that played in Drop Dead Fred? Was that Fred Savage?
No. It was like some Australian kid guy or something.
I thought Fred Savage played in something like that. similar.
They might
I
have.
must be thinking of something else.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, you're looking it up. Mutnut says that is why I still love Sesame Street. They work real world stuff into the show and show people with disabilities.
Yes,
I
that's
do.
wonderful.
I do like that. But I have to admit, I do like the oldest school Sesame Street. I don't know.
Mm.
I miss the old school. Now it's all like digital and yeah. I miss the
I'm
old.
thinking of
I
Little
miss
Monsters, I think.
Snuffleupagus was my favorite Sesame Street character.
Yeah.
Loved. The actress who played Corky Thatcher's girlfriend passed away this year from Alzheimer's. Her parents said it's common for Downs to get Alzheimer's. Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. That was a good show, though. I kind of want to go watch it. But the Chris Burke is still okay and alive. He has Downs, which is really weird. Why is that she passes? Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah, the movie I'm thinking of with Fred Savage was called Little Monsters, not Drop Dead Fred. I remember Drop Dead Fred, but barely.
I remember when Mr. Hopper died in real life, they worked in from Three's Company, Mutnut. I think you're talking about Three's Company.
Oh, Mr. Roper?
Oh, no. I'm thinking Mr. Roper then. She's talking about Mr. Hopper.
No, that is.
Was that...
Maybe she's still talking about Sesame Street.
Is that Sesame Street that you're referring to? I think so. I think I might
because she was talking about how Sesame Street works real things into the show, and death is part of life. And
exactly.
Just like Mr. Rogers did the same thing too.
I loved Mr. Rogers. Oh my God!
Wasn't there rumors about him at some point? Like, or was that Captain Kangaroo?
That's probably Captain Kangaroo.
Mr. Hooper.
I don't know.
Okay.
The only thing I've heard about Mr. Rogers is that, and I think that this is true, they said that he was actually in the military. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that he was in the military and had tattoos on his arms. And that's why he always wore sweaters in Mr. Rogers, was so that he would
hide it,
not let kids see them.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know if it's true though.
I don't either.
They did have a few years ago. I didn't see it. A documentary called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or Welcome to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That was very well received. So,
yeah, they did one with Tom Hanks with Disney too.
Yeah,
for Walt Disney. That was really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
He had 3 of the stores. Oh, he had the store on Sesame Street. What? Okay, yeah, I think I remember that one. Wow. Well, I just saw Clueless. I rewatched Clueless, and first of all, I love the characters. I'm so glad that at the end they got together. Alexa, turn off.
It was Mr. Hooper.
Alexa, turn off. That's my Ticket to Ride. Make sure I don't go over for Ticket to Ride again like I did last week. But no, Clueless was the one that was filmed. I was like, I remember this place at my school. But anyway, I'm just going back to that conversation. Sorry.
It's all right. No problem.
But yeah, now a lot of people are watching TV streaming. Like, there's no more TV anymore. Like, I don't understand how networks and stuff can still stay on demand, but they do.
It's really strange because I'm a new convert to it. It's only been about a year since we got rid of our cable, and ours now just mainly streaming. And so now we're kind of our provider is we get YouTube TV, and then we get some other streaming stuff too. But it's such a weird difference going from regular standard cable to now everything is on streaming. It's there's never really a schedule. It feels like you forget when things are on because I can have it set to record, which is great, but you don't see it unless you go in your list or something, and then you actually have to click on the show to see what's new. Whereas in the old ways, I just went in the DVR and it's right there.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I
very
miss.
strange.
And being able to fast forward the commercials.
Yeah.
You can't, like, I shouldn't talk because I use my sister's DirecTV to stream from.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do nowadays, just because everything is so darn expensive. So it's like she'll get DirecTV and I'll get like HBO and Stars or whatever. And especially over Christmas, they have these huge promotions over Christmas. I'm like, I can handle that. So we kind of share off each other. But that's because we also shared address with my dad. So we were able to do that. But it makes it so much easier to see stuff. You just can't see live TV. So anytime she's like, oh, did you hear this on the news? Or anytime someone calls me and say, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, there's a tornado watch in your area or something like that. I mean, now I get warnings from Alexa if there is, or weather pattern issues. But without it, it's just like, I have no clue. I'm not watching live TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. Streaming TV apps, so I will get the same channels as cable without having cable. Yeah, and a lot of internet providers are providing streaming services now. But then you have to also subscribe to those networks that have those shows. So it's like it's a debate on whether or not it's less
they have
expensive.
extra stuff. Yeah.
But it's
nice. They have extra stuff. And it's weird because like we get Disney Plus, we pay for the Disney Plus app. And they've got like rated R and stuff on there.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out now.
That got her excited.
No, I'm just kind of shocked that they do.
They do. And then also we get we had YouTube TV for a while, but then we ended up letting it go because neither Dale or I watched it enough. I mean, there would be a couple of things that we'd watch, but it's cheaper for us to just get those individual streaming apps. And then there's a lot of apps you can watch free stuff on. But I just don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV much since diamond painting, honestly.
Yeah.
Since in the last 3 years, 4 years, I haven't watched nearly as much TV as I used to.
Well, we have the Amazon Fire TV, so it's like that's what we'll plug up to our TV because we don't have a smart TV. Our TV's stupid, but so and I don't think I'd want a smart TV because it's so limited in terms of some of the stuff it can do. But so is Fire TV because it gets stuck all the time. But anyway, that's beside the point. So you know how in the old days we have to have remotes to go. We had the dial. You had to turn the dial, get up and change the channel or press the button. Now you have remotes.
Had 3 channels.
Exactly. Now you have remotes, so you had to click the clicker on. They was called a clicker. I think so because it made a loud clicking noise when you clicked it, and then we turned into regular remotes like RFD or whatever type of remote. And now, like we lose our Fire TV remote all the time. Like it gets stuck in the couch, or we're sleep on it, and it gets behind. And now all you need is an app to do anything with. And it's like, where's my phone? I need to change the channel. Like, who says that? Like,
no.
It's just crazy. You can get so.
We have Roku, and I can if I lose my remote, I can say, hey, Roku, where's the remote? And the remote will start beeping.
Oh, that's cool.
But it has to be charged. Like we have to charge our remote. What?
Yeah.
I have Roku too. I love Roku, but I don't know if that works online.
I don't know. We've had several different Roku remotes and things, and I don't know. I think it probably depends on I don't know what, but because we didn't always have that either.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy too about the streaming stuff and all this stuff is that I've done like this for a while, but it's like I'll either watch some really like new stuff that really has to grab my interest, or everything else I watch is like old shows. So it's like I don't even watch most new things anymore. It's like maybe a handful I watch new, but I keep going back to old shows, replays, game shows. Again, I love the ID kind of channel with the murder, missing people, and all that good stuff. So,
your remote was on a wire? When was that, Melanie? And hi, by the way. I didn't say it earlier.
Is that like the cans of the phone? The
no,
I remember that.
Would you be able to pull it out and it would zip right back and the remote would stay with the TV? Is that like the reason for it? I never knew of a remote. I can't remember of any remotes on a cord. Was that had to be like the 60s? I don't mean to age you. Sorry.
My cousin used to. I thought she was talking about Melanie the Wire. I thought she was talking about the. Do you remember those like stationary things that would have to sit on top of your TV and it had like a dial with
The
like
antennas?
but it wasn't like regular rabbit ears. It was like UHF something weird, twisty. I don't know.
UHF
Weird.
VHF, I think is what it was. It would help you tune into the, like, you can get the channels, but it would help you tune into the channels better.
I think that's what it was that I'm thinking of.
Wow, we really are going to retro now.
We lived in the country. I mean, literally, like we would get thrown outside and have to have the window or the door open and say,
wow,
"Stop right there! Whoa, it's where it needs to be." You know,
put more foil on it.
Oh, it was bad. Exactly. And we literally only would get 3 or 4 channels. And Saturday morning cartoons, yes, ma'am. I was there for it.
He-Man, what was it? He-Man, She-Ra, Skull. What was the Skull one? That was He-Man.
I was just always in it for
and
the Smurfs.
Tom and Jerry and the Smurfs and who was it else? With the squirrel, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Tweety Bird and
Speed
Sylvester. Yeah, Speed Racer as well. I don't think I watched that one as much, but I know the song. Who's Speed Racer?
Or no, wait, it wasn't Speed Racer. Who was the villain? The villain, female and man, that were always. Was that
Natasha and Boris. Natasha yes. and Boris.
Yes.
Boris Karloff. No, that was somebody.
No. Now you're really going back.
Yeah. And you would pray for fog. The more fog, the more channel. Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, that is crazy.
So listen, before we go, it's almost 8. I don't know how long you want to stay on.
Thank you. No, not too long, because
I wanted to give Jenny this time to speak about her event that's going on.
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you.
And let everybody know. Tell us everything.
Please.
So, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for asking me on. I love retro stuff, and it just means a bunch. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome people. And
who are you?
Yes, well, thank you, too, young lady.
Palantine is something Mindy and I came up with. However long it's been now. This is the 3rd, 4th. I don't even know. 3rd, I think, but I'm not positive. So, basically, the rule is you diamond paint something that reminds you of your pals. That could be, maybe it's a Hannah Lynn that reminds you of your best friend, or I don't know, just anything like that. If you can take a painting and it reminds you of one of your best friends or a pal, a friend. Mindy is doing a picture of her with not her, but like a portrait with a woman with a dog. That's her furry pal. It's a Palantine. It's still the same, And let me see. What am I doing? Oh, I'll show you the one I'm doing. It's this one. And I'll tell you why I chose this one.
Oh.
No.
Cat with coffee. And the reason why is because Abigail is the cat and Grace is represented with the coffee.
Oh, so, that's cool. Cats love Christmas.
Yes.
Long. But yeah. Even if it's a diamond painting that was gifted to you by a friend, or maybe you're working on a diamond painting for a friend, anything really. And the size requirement is a 30 by 40. No new starts required. No finishes required, and we're having weekly things. The only weekly giveaways and a grand prize. The only thing you need to do in order to participate is to be in Mindy and Maritza's Facebook group.
There you go.
I have posted it right there, so go join.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to join because I decided to. I think I'm gonna enter this one in because it reminds me of Stacy, which I'm doing for the retro event too. It's the Cheshire Cat.
That reminds you of me. We're all
are crazy, and we all love her.
There you go. See?
Oh, I feel like I'm in Wonderland all the time.
Exactly.
There you go. And I've got the perfect one, so I will definitely. Well, I got one probably here I could work on, but I have one definitely for next year that I will do as well. And I'll find something retro about it, classic about it as well, and it'll fit for both.
Well, I'm currently working on the Ice Princess from Hannah Lynn from DAC and this one. Don't know that either one of them really qualify as retro or cult-ish. Maybe Ice Princess because of the whole Frozen thing. That's kind of a cult.
Yes, Elsa.
Following. Yeah.
Hi, Berta.
Hey, Berta. But I'll tell you what I'm itching to get into, Christopher.
Yes, what?
Hold on, let me go grab it and show you because I'm dying to work on one of these. Hold on.
Berta, I will say, I think it's a mystery and you can't show it publicly. So if that's the case or in general, and you want to private message us, just private message me or Christopher so that we can include you in the week. Because I don't want you to feel that you can't participate because of that. But if any of you are working on mystery kits or stuff that you can't show for whatever reason, and you still want to participate and have been worried that you can't, just message us. And that way you're not showing everybody. You can either just show Christopher and I, and we can still include, we still want you to be part of it. So please message us and just let us see your progress.
And you could thank Stacy for that because I'm not as nice. Not that I wouldn't want you to participate, but I just say, post the stupid thing. I don't care. If there's other people's loss if they see it.
That's true. Sorry.
I don't care. Post it. If I had a mystery, I'd be posting that thing all over just so people could see it.
There you go.
That's the kind of person I am.
I usually will do that too, but I wanted to be respectful.
Oh, I don't have respect.
Yeah, well, I try sometimes. I do try sometimes.
Hence, that's why you're a better person.
Not all the time, because I can't be by the book and I can't be like, eh. A lot of times I have to go to Christopher. I'm like, are you going to consider this for the effect? And he's like, yes, Stacy, it'll work. I was like, okay.
This is the one I want to do.
Oh, Romy.
Oh, I love that one. You're doing a Romy event, aren't you, Christopher, this year?
No.
Oh.
Is that what you're excited about? Because we changed. It's a different person.
What are you doing it on now?
We are doing a Yume art event.
Yume art?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
I've been holding on to this for special times, and then I forgot that you're not even doing it now. I thought about doing this for the Retro Cult Classic, but I was like, nothing in it reminds me of Abigail or Grace.
Oh, okay. Well, they do an Alice event. I think Lindsay does an Alice event.
That's over.
In January, if you let me finish. She does it in January, so it would qualify for that. But anyway,
but that's a whole year from now. I ain't got that kind of time.
Well, I was going to say, it's not impossible because someone else also asked about Romy coming back. And we kind of decided we wanted to switch up, do a different artist every year.
That makes sense.
So I don't want to say we won't, but I don't think people are going to want to hang around those canvases for 3 or 4 years.
No. But we'll come back. There'll be more new art up. It hasn't been a lot released, but there'll be more art up by the time you do come back.
And maybe we could come up with a Dreamer design event specifically. Who knows?
There you go. But anyway, I don't want to run over because Cheryl Katz is doing her Ticket to Ride, and it's 8 o'clock. So if you guys haven't participated, or if you do participate or just want to check it out, head over to her channel. I think she does it off of Facebook. It's the Ticket to Ride Facebook group. and check it out. Jenny, I want to thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you were able to come on because we're Palatine time as well. And we're all friends. So thank you.
So everybody post in the Facebook groups, both the for Palatine and for Retro. Get them in, and
because we're all working together as friends, you know.
Right.
No, I do follow along what she says.
Friendship.
Anyway, let's all say goodbye.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me. And I love you both.
I love you too. All right, guys. I'm going to cut it. You guys all have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and take care.
Bye, everybody.